Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Clement Lenglet as the Barca defender has rejected a chance to terminate his contract and leave for free. More trouble for Barca, isn't it? We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Lamine Yamal as the Barca wonderkid duo will sign a new long-term contract with the club on Friday. We are also going to be discussing on that. So as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. As Barcelona grow desperate to get rid of Clement Lenglet before the transfer window closes, they have offered the Frenchman the letter of freedom, according to David Bernabeu Riveta of Sport. Lenglet has been out of favor at Barcelona for more than a year now and spent the last season out on loan at Tottenham Hotspur. Having returned to the club this summer, the 28-year-old has been told that he does not feature in Xavi's plans, and as such, both parties have been trying so hard to find a suitor for him but have not had no luck. As such, Barcelona offered Lenglet the letter of freedom, which would allow him the possibility to leave the club for free by agreeing on a mutual termination of his contract. It is what the Catalans did with Lenglet's compatriot Samuel Umtiti earlier this summer. However, the report adds that the former Sevilla centre-back has rejected the proposal from the Blaugrana as things stand. Barca are eager to see Lenglet back as they will have to bear his 16 million euros wages gross this season if he stays at the club. As such, they have opened the doors for him to let him leave for free by offering the letter of freedom so that even if they do not receive remuneration for his sale, they would be getting rid of his salary. In exchange, the Blaugrana wish to insert a 50% futures clause in the agreement with whichever club signs him, but for now, Lenglet has rejected the proposal. So, the report further adds that in the past hours, French giants Olympique Lyon have also entered the race for Lenglet and have made enquiries for the left-footed centre-back. Sevilla are another club interested in signing the 28-year-old French international, while Real Betis are also looking at him as a target once they complete the sale of Luis Philippe to Saudi Arabia. For now, though, with Lenglet not accepting the letter of freedom, the Blaugrana are open to loaning him out as well, and it remains to be seen how the situation develops. It really remains to be seen how it develops. It has been a summer of back and forth for certain players, especially for Clement Lenglet. To be honest, it becomes more frustrating, really frustrating, because I can't remember the last time we started talking about Lenglet's future. It's been more than a month, almost 2 months, and I think Barca hoping that Tottenham will pay the transfer fee to make it permanent. Stubbornly, they said no, they can't pay such. They have just 5 million, as Barca saw that money as quite small for Lenglet. But if you know that you don't have any plans for a player, and you know fully well that keeping him at a club will surely cost the club quite a lot in terms of his salary, which means financial fair play is under threat, why should Barca be turning round and round? For me, if Barca could have just gone ahead and take the 5 or maybe added 7 million there to make it, or let me say, Barca, it could have been better to even demand 7 million at least. Because honestly, Tottenham have vowed that they will never add anything on top of the 5 million they have offered, and we can see the results. Very soon the summer window comes to a close. Barcelona still cannot sign quality players because player sales are important. Player sales are important so that, like in the case of Lenglet, selling him will bring in a huge chunk in the transfer, in the wage bill, which will help the club with their transfers. Yes, it's true that we have signed a handful of players, but is that enough? Not enough. Of course, it's not Laporta's fault. It's not our fault. The former president and his administrations all did this to us, and the club is now suffering from some people's greed. And of course, it's quite disheartening. Honestly, it's quite disheartening. Lenglet now refusing his letter of freedom, it just make matters from bad to worse. From bad to worse. Lenglet does not want to leave as a free agent. He wants something that I don't know, but honestly, it's kind of funny because if Lenglet is leaving as a free agent, Barca would stand to have nothing in the transfer fee, nothing in form of transfer fee, and Lenglet can even, sign-on bonus is always expensive too, which will be his own pocket money. But it still surprises me that he refuses to leave as a free. So let's see how it's gonna look like in the coming weeks. Then on to the final story of discussion. With Barcelona on the verge of completing the deal to sign Joao Cancelo on a loan deal, it appears the club may shift their focus on contract renewals. Various reports suggest Fermin Lopez will sign his renewal later today as the youngster looks to become a key figure in the first team. There are others who could be up for renewals as well, including two of Barca's finest academy talents in the form of Alejandro Bade and Lamine Yamal. According to Gerard Romero, Barcelona are likely to renew the contract of Bade and Yamal on Friday, of course, shortly after the contract renewal of Lopez. This is to reward the young academy graduates who have become revelations since making their breakthroughs. With over 50 competitive appearances, Bade has become the first choice left back for Barca, which is why the club are keen on holding on to the player for a long run. Bade's current deal at Camp Nou expires at the end of this season, but the new contract will tie him down to 2028 along with a hefty release clause. Bade is not the only young talent Barcelona are keen on rewarding. Yamal too has enjoyed a rapid rise to prominence and promises to be a talent to watch out for. Yamal's exceptional performances in the early part of the campaign have led many to believe he could be an ideal replacement for Ousmane Dembélé. With that in mind, Barcelona have reached an agreement with Jorge Mendes over the renewal of Yamal. According to Mundo Deportivo, the player's current deal expires in the summer of 2024. The new deal could see Yamal stay at Barca until 2026 with a mammoth €1 billion release clause embedded in the contract, making him untouchable for any other European giant. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.